Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic is pretty much, we're going to do a recap of what happened yesterday. For anybody that watched yesterday's content or yesterday's video, we had talked about how Stephen A. had dropped a bombshell that the Ravens were only offering $133 million for Lamar Jackson and, guaranteed money, and also that he had no say in Todd Monken being his offensive coordinator. So we're gonna go over the whole thing, and I really, the biggest part I want to go over right now is people's response. I mean, listen, you guys were there. You've seen the responses that this was getting. I mean, Raven fans were going at it. I mean, head shots. I mean, bang. Call of Duty would have been so proud of Raven fans yesterday. I want to talk to some of the people. The reason why I want to say this is because we've watched, and I'm going to put all this into perspective. We watched this team, the Ravens, the one that we root for, the one that we spend our hard-earned money supporting, right? We've watched this team lie. We've caught them in lies. For everybody saying, well, every team lies, you're just making my point even further. But I digress. So we've caught this team in multiple lies, right? We've caught them in lies pertaining to the OC. We've caught them in lies pertaining to players' health. We've caught them in lies and players' abilities. We've caught them with players' likes, dislikes, lies on everything under the sun. We've caught them in lies. And now what you're asking us to do is to not believe the one person in the Ravens that has been the most candid quarterback probably of all time. Lamar Jackson has always spoken his mind. He's been candid. He's been truthful. He's been honest. He's never, ever lied to us. Everything he's ever said, there's been proof to back up his claims, right? Now that a report comes out, because remember, Lamar could have texted. I want everyone to do this real quick. I'm crazy. Let's say for a fact, Nitro's crazy, whatever. If somebody calls you out by your name, and you're one of the most famous people in the world, because that's what Lamar Jackson is. He's one of the most famous people in the world now, right? If someone calls you outside your name and says that I got this from his camp, as much as he loves social media, don't you think he would have went on there and said, hey, I don't know what Stephen A.'s talking about. He's tripping. Don't you think he would have said, man, the Ravens have been kind to me working this thing out. I don't know what he's talking about. Don't you think he would have said, man, look, the information he got wasn't from me. It was somebody that might have been with my team, but it definitely wasn't from anybody in my branch. No, you didn't see none of that. None of it. And every single person has refused to admit it, refused to believe it. I'm going to put this even further so you understand where I'm coming from. A couple months or about a month back, when everyone was like, oh, Lamar, please play Lamar. He's not playing because he's not paid. He doesn't have the heart. He doesn't have the soul. He's not a fighter. He doesn't care about winning. He just cares about money. Remember that? It wasn't that long ago, because a lot of Raven fans were saying that stuff. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, those aren't us Raven fans. For everybody that has watched this content, listened to this show, went on Facebook, been on Twitter, you guys have seen not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. We could keep adding zeros behind those digits of people, especially the Raven gatekeepers, degrading the name of Lamar Jackson at every turn they get. You expect me, Nitro, the Wunderkind himself, to believe a team that couldn't even come out and say, listen, our leader, Lamar, if he could play, he would play. And when he's ready to play, he'll be out there on that field. They couldn't even do that. And you expect me to believe that they haven't been lowballing this man the entire time. When he says finally, look, they've been lowballing me and I'm just trying to work through it. And you expect me not to believe that? You see, this is why I say ignorance is bliss. You know what? I'm going to go by another old saying. I don't know if some of you know it, because I'm a little older. I'm in my 30s. So let me see if you guys know it. Scratch a lie, catch a thief. Scratch a lie, catch a thief. And let me tell you something right now. There's been a lot of lies coming from the Ravens, and now they're trying to thief the money that is owed to a Lamar Jackson. And you know what's crazy? This is the crazy part. And I've said this in multiple other videos, and I think it was overlooked by a lot of people. Other athletes are watching this. Do you think ESPN is only for the purposes of fans? You think coaches don't watch ESPN? You think players don't watch ESPN? You think the fitness gurus that help out these teams, the analytical guys, don't watch ESPN? They are watching intently every single thing that the Ravens do to a Lamar Jackson. And you know what that does? I'm going to bring it up to you further, but you know what that does? That hurts their value when pertaining to offensive pieces moving forward. Remember, they already hurt their chances with wide receivers when their coach comes out and says, oh, we don't care about receivers. If you care about numbers and stats, then don't come here. We'll love lining up against you. Word up. Remember, he's the one that came out and said that. He did. And now you would be alienating almost every single quarterback to move forward. I want to remind everybody, Lamar Jackson is already the greatest quarterback that this franchise has ever had. I know, but Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Eli Manning won a Super Bowl. He won 2 Super Bowls. That does not mean he's on the same level as a Peyton Manning. That does not believe he's on the same thing as a Dan Marino or some of these other guys that haven't won, right? Peyton Manning won 2, but you got where I'm coming from. There's levels to this. There's levels. Lamar Jackson is already the greatest quarterback to ever play for the Ravens. And let you understand this now. Players, especially young players, the ones that are playing him in Madden, the ones that are looking for his guidance, the ones that are trying to break his records, the ones that are trying to earn Heismans like he did, the ones that are running up to him every time they see him for autographs, following him, looking for signatures on their memorabilia. Those same people are the next wave or the next crop of young talent coming into the NFL. And do you know what's going to happen? They're going to say, yo, if he can do everything he did for this team, why would I want to go there? And for anybody that be like, well, we'll just draft a good QB, that's my point. QBs specifically and wide receivers would be very daunted to say, look, I don't want to be drafted there. Don't draft me. And everybody is seeing it that if you don't want to be drafted, you won't be drafted. So what you're doing is you are cutting off your nose, right? This thing, the snozzer, to spite your face. And it's so easy to see. They already said every player. Look at how hot. I want y'all to understand something. As a Raven fan, right? Look how we don't get along with Bengal fans. All Joe Burrow, their hero, when talking about Lamar Jackson, nothing but glowing. He's amazing. He does things that that we only wish we could do on a field. Nothing but glowing things to say. Do you think Tom Brady, all these quarterbacks that you guys say you respect, look at Lamar Jackson like this. He's a cheat code. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. All the ones that you say is better than this man. Looking at him like, bro, he's utterly amazing. Like, my God, that guy is Peyton Manning. Kids, don't try that at home. That's not normal. 99.9% of NFL QBs cannot do what that man just did. or won't even attempt to try to do what that man just did. And it was a throw. It wasn't even a run. Yes, on a throw. So what you're going to be doing moving forward? Huh? You're going to say, oh, okay. We're not going to believe what everybody's saying, right? We're not going to believe what Stephen A. We're going to stay in our little world. Okay, let me explain what your little world's going to encompass, right? Your little world's going to encompass, you get rid of Lamar. Well, we never liked Lamar. Fine, that's no problem. What you're going to have is Lamar go to another team that is willing to pay him, willing to build around him. Because anybody willing to pay that much for a QB is going to give them as much weapons as possible. I'm letting you understand that now. So then they're going to build around him and on top of it pay him. So he's going to be happy and he's going to have weapons. We've already seen what Lamar Jackson can do by himself. Lord God have mercy on the NFL when y'all see what happens when he has actual big-time weapons. So then, as a Raven fan, you're going to be watching this guy get success after success after success after success, all while then having to see if John Harbaugh is as good as his Hall of Fame believing career is that a lot of you said he has, right? He's going to have to coach himself there. So let's say we only win 7-8 games. We're not going to the playoffs in the AFC with 7-8 games. Let you know that now. Okay? So let's say we miss the playoffs 2-3 years. Right? We're like, oh, we're going to draft these quarterbacks. Now you're having trouble drafting somebody to replace a Lamar because they're all looking at y'all like, bro, you did him dirty. Why would I try to go to you guys when you guys are cheap when it comes to offense? So even if you do pay me, you don't want to give me weapons on top of it? You think that's going to go on well with these QBs now? It's a different world. Internet connects us all. I talk to people. There's people that watch this platform that are from Australia. There's people that watch this platform that are from Europe. There's people that watch this platform that are over 65 years old. Never in the history of sports was there always such a connection across seas, across borders, across age groups. That's what the internet has done. It's connected each and every one of us to the hip. And now that we're connected, that means information flows freely. Almost like in the Bible when they had the Tower of Babel, when everyone spoke one language. The barriers that were placed amongst continents or cultures or cities or states, nations, are crumbling right before our eyes because communication is at an all-time high. And because communication is at an all-time high, right? Because of that, people talk. People get points of views. Everybody has a voice. How many of these college guys are going to say, I want to play for the Baltimore Ravens after quarterback specifically and receiver specifically, when they say, we don't care about your stats. We don't care about that. We don't care about your numbers. And we don't want to pay you top dollar. What? And we're not going to help you heal properly neither. That's a problem. You see, some Raven fans are so ignorant and so blind to the fact that this is no longer the old NFL. Everyone's going to say, no, there's always going to be somebody that, imagine the pool of talent you're subtracting yourself from. Look how long it took this franchise to find a Lamar Jackson. Now imagine trying to find another player of that ilk, of that caliber, but now with a bunch of them saying, we're not going to Baltimore, we're not playing for you. Why? You don't pay players and you don't surround us with talent. Why would we want to go there? Think about it. Why? Everyone's going to say, well, there's going to be another poor guy. All it does is lessen the pool that you're pulling from of talent. So everybody in this limbo of information say, no, the Ravens are always right.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get all the help you need. Because there's something wrong with you. You can love the team all you want. Let me tell you something right now. For everyone saying, "Oh, you're Lamar Knights," or "You're Lamar lovers," you're LeBron, you're Lamar enthusiasts," or whatever you want to come and call us or call people that agree with him, right? Do you think they call Chief fans Mahomes lovers? Everyone's like, "Oh, but he won a Super Bowl." Do you think anyone's going to go to the Bills and say you're a Josh Allen lover? Think anyone's going to go to the Chargers and say you're just a Herbert lover? No. No. Because at the end of the day, no matter, even though you're playing for that emblem, that shield that you carry on your jersey, it's the players that have to go on the field and actually perform to actually win. And if you don't have great players, I'm sorry to say, you don't win. That's not conjecture, that's fact. So what I'm asking Raven fans of right now is to wake up. Oh. Wake up. We've been sleepwalking, believing every and anything that this team has said. And they're used to it. They're conditioned right now to believe that whatever they put on the field, you will 100% support. They don't care. But listen, let me let you understand how this works. And I said this the last show, and I'm going to close on this. For everyone saying that's not, the team will be okay, but Shadi's a billionaire, he's smart. But Shadi's in a win-win. The only people that are losing is us. In what world have you ever seen billionaires lose? Let me let you understand how this works. If the team slows down the accumulation of money that it's been producing since Lamar Jackson has been the head honcho on offense, right? All Bashadi has to do is say, I'm selling. He'll make a crap load of money to then leave. How long do you think the rebuild will be after on then? Because when new owners come in, they want people that they feel comfortable with. You know this, right? I just want people to understand. Look, I'm trying to be open-minded about this, but I think it's 100%. I think somebody from Lamar's camp, his mother, even maybe Lamar, called Stephen A. directly. I think they did. Because if not, Lamar has been open, very outspoken when it comes to things. He would have refuted it right online. He would have refuted it on Twitter or Instagram. But he didn't. He did not. And trust me, he heard what Stephen A. said. Lamar's hearing everything that's going on. He is very, very intellectual. But he's a quiet intellectual. He just sits and watch. He goes, okay. He'll smile in your face while he's doing all the numbers in his head. For all the people that think he's slow. The Ravens need to wake up. Because I'll tell you right now, this will not hurt Bashadi. The only people that will be hurt and be carrying the cross if Lamar Jackson leaves, and the burden that they have to go through will be us, the fans. Because John Harbaugh will be fired by whatever regime comes in after Bashadi, right? And he'll pick up a job quick just because he's coached Ray Lewis, he's coached Lamar Jackson, he's won a Super Bowl. Like, he'll get another job. EDC, I don't know, because if you fumble Lamar, but he can always make it seem like it was the owner, not me. And I've always been good at getting free agents. So most likely those two would be okay getting jobs somewhere else. So it's us that will carry the burden. Stop letting this team lie to you. Stop giving this team outs. Hold this team feet to the fire. Or it will be too late. And we'll be watching a team in the AFC North be lucky to win 6 or 7 games. Because I'll tell you what, that vaunted defense that so many of you love will not be able to hold back all these offenses. And eventually, those contracts that they signed are not going to be worth it. They're going to have to give them up. Cut them. Trade them. And we'll probably become the Chicago Bears. Listen, I'm not trying to become the Chicago Bears. I don't know. No. sad. Absolutely sad. But that was another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Listen, man. Listen, I just want to thank everybody for watching. The last video did over 2,000 views. We are moving. We're at 1,640 subscribers. And on top of it all, we're barely scratching the surface. So I just want to thank everybody for watching. Listen, you guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. And I'll always be grateful. I'll always be thankful of that. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And if you're new to this channel, please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Bow! You know what I'm saying? Punch it if you got to, right? And leave a comment. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? We have great convos down there. And if you would like to help this platform grow monetarily, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code to a Cash App. And in the description is the Cash App, $, The Wunderkind Show. Also, super thanks are now activated on this account. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I'm out of here. Yerp!